Well, Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling and Ricky Gervais have proved that if you stand up to the woke, eventually you win. J.K. Rowling's book sales went from $7 million to $11.9 million worth last year. This despite the fact she was attacked by trans activists because she said that women deserve their own private spaces. As for Ricky Gervais, well, he's just won Best Stand-Up Comedy Series at the Golden Globes. Have a listen to that latest series. Here he is.
In recent years, few public figures have sparked as much controversy as J.K. Rowling. The author who brought us the magical world of Harry Potter is now in the center of a storm. But it's not about wizards and witches this time. It's about her bold comments on woke culture. As expected, the internet has erupted with outrage, and Hollywood isn't far behind. Today, we'll dive into how J.K. Rowling just humiliated woke culture and why her stance has infuriated so many.
Followed by a number of deliberately misspelled versions of the word woman. Now, there was instant backlash to that. She was accused of being transphobic.
J.K. Rowling has been a beloved figure for years, praised for creating one of the most successful book series of all time. But in recent years, her views on gender and identity have brought her face to face with one of the most heated debates of our time: the conversation around woke culture. Instead of backing down, Rowling has continued to speak her mind, challenging some of the core ideologies of this movement.
Harry Potter came to me on a train in 1990. I was sitting just staring out of the window, and the idea just fell out of nowhere. It was the purest stroke of inspiration I've ever had in my life, and I've been writing about him ever since.
Let's rewind a bit. Back in 2020, Rowling sent out a tweet that immediately stirred controversy. It was about gender identity, and while some supported her stance, many saw it as an attack on trans rights. The backlash was swift and intense, leading to boycotts of her books and even a movement among fans to disown her legacy. But here's the thing: Rowling didn't apologize. Instead, she doubled down, stating that cancel culture was becoming a serious threat to free speech. It didn't take long for Hollywood to respond. Several stars from the Harry Potter franchise, including Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson, publicly distanced themselves from Rowling's comments. Many in Hollywood saw this as an opportunity to align themselves with progressive values. But Rowling didn't back down. She knew she was going up against the very core of woke ideology, and she welcomed the challenge.
Testosterone is not a perfect test. Many women can have testosterone which is in what would be called male levels and still be women as women. So panacea, this idea that suddenly you do test for testosterone and that's also everything. Not the case, I'm afraid.
So why does this matter? J.K. Rowling is not just any celebrity. She's a cultural icon. Her refusal to bow to public pressure has sparked a larger conversation about the limits of free speech, cancel culture, and the role of public figures in shaping societal values. For some, she's a hero standing up for what she believes in. For others, she's part of the problem.
Young female boxer has just had everything she's worked and trained for snatched away because you allowed a male to get in the ring with her. You're a disgrace. Your safeguarding is a joke. And ours Paris 24 will be forever tarnished by the brutal injustice done to Karini.
But it doesn't stop there. The real danger, according to Rowling, isn't just the backlash. It's how the woke movement seeks to suppress voices that don't align with their agenda. In a blog post, she warned of the dangers of shutting down debate on complex issues like gender. To many, her message is clear. Woke culture is threatening free expression, and it's time for people to push back. Since then, the fallout has been enormous. While many continue to boycott her work, others have come out in her defense, arguing that she's simply exercising her right to an opinion.
I have heard this. This is something that has come up every so often for the last few years, and every time it comes up, I'm
Rowling's response to all the backlash? She's unbothered, and she's not going anywhere. With each new tweet, interview, or blog post, Rowling continues to challenge the very foundations of woke culture.
There has been a huge backlash against the transgender community, and specifically transgender social media star Dylan Mulvaney after they got a brand deal from Bud Light.
A beer is now promoting itself during March Madness, a male-oriented event, by hiring a man who says he is a woman dressed as Audrey Hepburn to sell you beer.
Whether you're liberal or conservative, you probably have some strong feelings about this.
Love her or hate her, J.K. Rowling is not backing down. In fact, her fight with woke culture may be one of the defining moments of this cultural era. As debates around free speech, gender identity, and cancel culture continue to evolve,
Speech and belief are at the end in Scotland if the accurate description of biological is deemed criminal. I'm currently out of the country, but if what I've written here qualifies as an offence under the terms of the new Act, I look forward to being arrested when I return to the birthplace of the Scottish Enlightenment.
Rowling remains one of the loudest voices challenging the woke narrative.
Not knowing where to turn, she went to a gender identity clinic and started treatment, including surgery, to become Quincy. 8 years on, she wants to transition back to being a woman and is suing the NHS.
It's such a serious process to go down, and it's so experimental because, doctors don't even know, the outcomes of a lot of these treatments that are given out. I should have been, told to wait and not affirmed in my gender identity.
And one thing's for sure, the internet is not done being furious about it. What do you think? Is J.K. Rowling right to stand her ground, or is she crossing the line? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on cultural battles shaping our world today.